back to Solutions for Financial Independence. Joining me now, John Halterman with Beacon Wealth Management. How are you doing, John?
I'm doing great, Nikki. How are you?
Doing really well, thank you. This week, we have a question from Bree in Morgantown, but I kind of think this applies to a lot of people. She says, I noticed on Facebook a lot of people are traveling, some to extravagant vacations. We're debating on what to do with an upcoming week off. What are some good tips when deciding how much money to spend and where to go?
That is a good question because, there's no doubt about it. People are making fantastic incomes today. And with that comes a lot of extravagance, a lot of luxuries. But I tell people though is, you got to still pay attention because regardless of how much income you make, you still should live within parameters. Myself personally, I like to see people live within a percentage, allocating certain things based on a percentage of their total income. A rule of thumb that I look at is that it's relative to discretionary money, but if you're living within 75% of your total gross, meaning that whatever you make, you're spending 75% of it, then I personally feel that your vacation should be less than 2% of your net income. Now, of course, if you're living on under 50%, to where you have plenty of discretion, well, you can increase that by a higher percentage, let's say up to 5%. But it's all relative to how much net income relative to the percentage of that net income that you're spending. But if you keep those rules of thumb and you can take other money and allocate it towards education and retirement, then hey, I'm good with your spending. But if you skip that part, then you might want to skip the vacation.
So don't just look in that bank account, see that number, and say, we're going to go on vacation.
No, absolutely, because it's so easy, especially with credit cards. 25 years ago, people didn't do these exotic vacations because you had to save it up. Well, now people think, well, hey, I'll just put it on my credit card. And you put $10,000 on your credit card, and you really don't think about it as how much it really impacts you. But if you had to save that would be a huge, huge thing.
All right, thank you so much, John.
You're welcome.
If you miss any of it, you can always find it online. Don't go anywhere. Much more for you after the break.